a dream that's not exactly a horror story. You may have a good day, and then they appear. You see them in the background somehow haunting you. They'll f up that dream. They'll f up that experience. Their presence comes to f shit up. Yo, warriors, what's up and welcome back to another episode of Psychopath Exposure. If this is your first time in the channel, welcome. This is an anti-narcissist community. We do not take kindly to narcissists or psychopaths in this community. If you're a psychopath and you're leaving a comment, I consider you a troll. If you happen to be a narcissist or a psychopath looking at this video, trying to learn how to become a more deadlier psychopath, you can go to hell. So, having said that, I'm going to be reading a question today that came in from Shabnan Parveen. Hi, Kita. I have a question. Sorry to be commenting on here, but is it normal to have nightmares about them? I had a dream where he hired a hitman to kill me. In the dream, I was running for my life and the psychopath was there too. I woke up with extreme fear. There's a police case at the moment where he is on bail. I'm actually scared for my life after having this dream. Thanks for submitting that. And first of all, what do you mean you're sorry to be commenting? No, please comment. That's what the community's for. I think we lived long enough in the shadows and in the silence, not speaking what we wanted to speak, not saying the things we wanted to say, for fear that the psychopath would belittle us or would leave. For a long time, we walked on eggshells, and we're carrying anxiety, dancing around things, so that narcissists wouldn't get upset and wouldn't throw a tantrum. So no, fuck that. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for asking this question. And fuck yeah, it's normal to have nightmares with a psychopath. Hello? I think everybody here has had a nightmare or 10 about their psychopath tormentor. Okay? Absolutely. These people are in your subconscious mind all the time. They're imprinted in there. You're constantly walking around every minute of the day thinking about them. When you go to sleep, your subconscious mind goes to work. So of course you're going to dream. Your brain is trying to piece things together in your dreams. So let me tell you something. If you're having nightmares about the narcissist, if you're dreaming of the narcissist and of the psychopath, that means you have not healed yet. Obviously, I can tell by your comment that you're still going through a lot of shit, so no judgments there. But I say that because in my experience, there came a time where I finally had a dream where I was in control and the psychopath had no power over me. And let me tell you that after that day, I was never afraid of those times again. When I would remember those times, I would laugh, I would talk shit, right? I would learn from it, but I wasn't afraid of it anymore. Definitely wasn't afraid of her, because there was a time, let me tell you, it felt like I was sleeping next to the devil, okay? I wasn't scared of her beating me or anything like that, because God forbid she laid a hand on me. But I especially towards the end of the relationship, like I thought that was a possessed freaking exorcist bitch, okay? And your mind tends to warp things even worse. Okay, that's why sometimes it's better to take on your fear face to face and just look at it in the eye, call it out, and just deal with it. Because if you don't, your mind warps it, and the unknown is always scarier. That's why movies like Blair Witch Project, where they would black the screen out and you would just listen to the sounds, that's why that was scarier, because your mind was filling in the blanks. So anyway, sorry for going on that tangent. But the point is that once I had that dream where I totally conquered it and I stood up for myself in the dream and I laughed in her face, she no longer had any power. No longer had any power over me. And that's not to say that the trauma healed after that. Anything can trigger that type of psychological damage, you know, especially when you start dating new people. A lot of things can happen, and it's like it brings back those emotions. But when you have a good dream that you're in control and you see yourself going through a situation, a confrontation, and you kick their ass in the dream, maybe not physically, but just with your words, right? It means that you've healed. But in the meantime, you're going to be having countless nightmares of the psychopath, countless nightmares. And you're going to wake up at 3 a.m. in a panic with a lot of fucking anxiety. A lot of anxiety. It's going to be scary. And if you're still married to them, if you're still dating them, of course you're going to be dreaming of these things. You're haunted. Perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with you. I want everybody to understand that there's nothing wrong with you because you've been abused by a psychopath narcissist. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. You were a victim. You were scammed by a scam artist. It's not your fault this happened to you. Okay? It's not your fault. It's perfectly normal for you to be feeling the things that you feel. It's perfectly normal for you to be wanting to question people and question the validity of everything that you read, hear, or see. Perfectly normal because you were betrayed by a monster, someone that you trusted. Okay? So it's also perfectly normal to be haunted so much by these predators that you're having dreams and nightmares about them. And yeah, I do say dreams and nightmares. Okay? Because even a dream that's not exactly a horror story. You may have a good day and then they appear. You see them in the background somehow haunting you. They'll f*** up that dream. They'll f*** up that experience. Their presence comes to f*** shit up. And isn't that how your life is now? Isn't that how your life is now? Their presence ruins whatever it is that you're doing for yourself. So you know what? Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about that. Just let that serve as more evidence that you need to get out of that situation. Okay? That you need to work on your recovery, and that you probably haven't even begun to heal from this situation right now. If you're having dreams, if you're having nightmares that severe, because that sounds like some scary shit, let me tell you. And I can only imagine the others that you've had that you haven't commented about. So yeah, it's perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. Just remember that I know some people believe that dreams are like a sign of the future. I don't buy into that. To me, a dream is just your subconscious mind going into work. All the information that your subconscious mind has absorbed during the day, fragments of all the information that you have, pieces of information that you have. Your subconscious mind creates a narrative. It creates a movie. And when you're dreaming, you're watching a movie, and it just doesn't really make sense because they're fragments. And you're asleep. You're not really seeing them, so you're feeling it. Okay? You're feeling these emotions. And anything that you feel seems more real sometimes than what you're looking at. And let me tell you, I say that because you can be looking at this video right now. You're sitting in front of your computer or on your phone, and you're watching this. And somehow you were triggered with something I said or something you remembered, and your body just was flooded with anxiety right now, and you think you're watching this video, but you're not. You're back in that dark memory where the psychopath held you hostage, and you're back feeling those emotions, and your subconscious mind thinks that's really happening again, even though it's not. Even though you're probably perfectly safe right now, alone in bed or at work, maybe with friends, and you're sharing this video, but your emotions took over. And once your emotions take over, oh boy, it's really difficult to get out of that. Really difficult to get out of that. But you have to be consciously aware of what you're thinking, consciously aware of what thoughts you're entertaining, what thoughts you're dwelling on, what narratives you're taking for a ride. Because let me tell you, they end up taking you for a ride. So thanks again for sharing that comment and asking that question. Again, sorry you're going through what you're going through, but we've all been there. We've all been there. This is what psychopath predators do. This is the aftermath of their damage. You're not alone in this, but together, we'll get through it. If you really want to get through it, just got to do the work. Keep watching the videos and communicate with the rest of the community so you can see that everyone's going through this shit. And there's strength in numbers, guys. There's strength in numbers. There's something that unifies people when you connect through a dark, traumatic situation. Makes you feel that you're really not... sometimes I'd like to say you don't feel like a victim anymore. Now you start feeling more like a survivor. It's like, hey, okay, like... I'm not really a victim. Like, this person's going through it too. This person's going through it too. And they're still alive. And they're here. And they're commenting. And they're sharing their story. You know what? We're all survivors. And we're all on our way to becoming warriors. And to finally beat this and conquer it. And turn our lives around. Because, man, your life can be so much better. And it will be so much better. Take it from me. I turned my life around. There was a time that I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to get out of bed. I had lost the will to live. And I know a lot of you can relate with that. But a better life awaits. You just got to do the work. If you need help doing the work and getting some more answers and understanding, hey, you can work directly with me over Zoom. If you feel comfortable doing something like that, I offer private one-on-one coaching, mentoring sessions, and we can talk about the situation. And I'm gonna be hardcore like I am in these videos. I'm just gonna tell you how it is, straight up. I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. Because you know what? You need that validation. You know what really happened to you. Okay? And the narcissist has been gaslighting you and making you think that you're crazy. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay? The truth that you already know. I'm going to call you out on that shit. And together we can put together a plan of action, steps that we need to take, starting with no contact. You got to get rid of these people. You got to stop drinking the poison. You have to stop drinking the poison. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting poisoned. So just keep doing the work. Trust in the process. The universe is on your side. It sent you this for a reason. Remember that. You'll find your purpose when you get through this. I promise you. This does not have to be the end of you. It does not, and it will not. Okay? So thanks for sharing. Thanks for the support. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.